Financial Advisement by Brett. The client. His name is Tyler H. He became a client through talking with friends about mutual funds and who would be a good financial advisor. His financial situation: he has no debt or any outstanding fees. His age: he is 30 years old. He owns a house. He is not married. He has no kids or any dependents. His income level is $50,000 a year. He is a dentist, and he has a risk tolerance of 65. His risk tolerance of 65, which means he can invest into riskier stocks, or, well, he tends to be more like careless with his money, kind of. And with his income level of $50,000, he can rebound faster if the market were to dip. The no debt that he has will also improve his credit score. The investment. Tyler set aside $20,000 to invest into 3 different mutual funds. These 3 were chosen because they were kind of riskier mutual funds, and that because of their constant fluctuation that they were going through. But currently they're all going down because the stock market isn't doing as well as it could during other points of the day. The first one, the Target Intermediate Term Bond Fund Class T, was ranked 1 out of 3, first out of the 3 mutual funds. It would have ranked second out of the 3 because it went down 19 cents today. It was chosen because it was a more risky mutual fund, and it was what Tyler was looking for in mutual fund. There is no front load, which means the financial advisor, me, can't receive hardly any money from the fund that it was invested to. The total return was $71 in about 3 days, but today it all went down because the $20,000, it was $7,000 that were invested into this fund. This fund, the TCW Concentrated Fund, this mutual fund ranked second out of all 3 originally, but it would rank first today because it went up 50 cents today. It was chosen because it was in another mutual fund family, which is what Tyler required, because you can't have all of your eggs in one basket. The mutual fund returned $100 in 3 days, but again, it went down because it was a riskier mutual fund, and because the market was doing bad, it did not return as much as it could have. This mutual fund, the Torrey Fund, went negative $25 in 3 days, which was not what I had planned for the investment, because you want to make a profit off of your investments, not lose money. It ranked last out of the 3, or 3 out of 3, because it was chosen for its riskiness, and it was fluctuating a lot during the entire project, which was good because on the last day during the entire project, it could have ended on a good note, but it decided to not end on a good note and go down $25 rather than just the cents that the other ones were going down, 19 cents, 5 cents. Some tips for investing would be: don't keep all of your eggs in one basket, because if you were to keep all of your eggs in one basket if you were to keep all of your mutual funds in the same family, mutual fund family, then if the market were to do bad, then all of them would do bad. And then if you were to maybe put at least half of your money into two different mutual fund families, then if the market were to do bad, then maybe the one out of two would not do bad, and it could break even, and you could potentially not lose anything, or you might even gain a profit. And it's better to diversify than not diversify. Another tip is to constantly keep in communications with your financial advisor. They usually know how the market is doing and when to pull and when to add more money to a certain fund. The more you communicate, the more money you could potentially make, and that allows, because if you guys become like really good friends, then he'd be like, hey, there's another mutual fund that is looking pretty good, and I think you should maybe invest some more money into this one, and that would allow you to make even more money or put more in for retirement maybe. How my portfolio did overall. Here are the 3 mutual funds that I invested in. What I purchased them for, and what the new price was, and how everything was doing. I bought 30 shares of the first one, which was the Target Intermediate Fund, and then 50 shares of the TCW Concentrate Fund, and 10 shares of the Torrey Fund. Now you can see that during the last day of the project, both of them, these two went up, but this one went down like I was telling you about. But I recently just checked what they were, and all of them were going down. You can see like how many different, with this graph, you can see how many like different shares in the pie chart. Like this one right here says that 10 shares right here. The green, blue is the Target Intermediate Fund, and the red one, which is the 50 shares, was a TCW Concentrated Fund. And here's his occupation and all that stuff, but it was supposed to be Tyler. If I were to actually invest $50,000 into this, I would drop the last fund, which is the Dairy Fund, because it was going down a lot, and and during the entire project I lost about like $25, which was not what the goal was during the entire project. And I might diversify my funds a little bit more, which would help me in the long run at least. So this was my project on mutual funds. Thank you for watching.